Hi, welcome to episode 24 of RankHigherSpeaks, and I'm Raunak Guha, the founder and CEO of RankHigher.in. And today, we're going to discuss about online reputation management or ORM and why it is important for your business. Have you wondered why customers buy from you? Have you wondered why marketing works? Is it about just talking about your features and benefits? No. See, people buy from you because they have good memories associated with your brand. They love it because there is something that's special about you, maybe of the past interaction that they had with your brand. And these memories are formed through experiences. According to a survey by Google last year, 67.7% of customers actually look at reviews of businesses before they make a purchase decision, which essentially means when you have more people who have fond memories about you, they go and talk about, write reviews, and that's what influences someone else to purchase. So have you thought about creating good memories? You know how good memories are created? It's through experiences. Now the experience that a person has with your brand, that is what creates memories. Now, when I said that memories are formed from experiences, but it's not dependent on the total duration of the experiences that a user has with your brand. It essentially boils down to only two very specific points in the entire experience journey that matters. Essentially what it means is when few months down the line, when you ask the user what they specifically liked about your brand, they'll only remember two aspects. One is at their peak emotional state, what was the experience that they had with your brand? And the second thing is at the end of that experience, what was the last thing that they encountered when that experience got over. So essentially at the peak and at the end. So this is called the peak end rule. And this is a psychology heuristic which was developed and proposed by Professor of Psychology Barbara Fredrickson. She's a Professor of Psychology at University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and Nobel laureate Professor Daniel Kahneman. He is a Nobel laureate. He won the Nobel Prize for behavioral economics. So what they essentially said is essentially the peak end rule, which defines the experience that a person has with a brand, which in turn creates those memories. Now they did a very interesting experiment. They got a group and they asked them to put their one hand in a bucket of water at 40 degrees centigrade for 60 seconds. Now after that, when that got over, they asked the same group to put their other hand in another bucket of water at 40 degrees centigrade for 60 seconds. But here, they were asked to dip their hand in another bucket for 30 extra seconds, but the temperature of the water that was 15 degrees centigrade. Now after these two activities got over, when they asked the participants that if they had to go back and repeat one of these exercises, which one they will prefer. And surprisingly, everyone preferred the second one. Although the total duration was 60 plus 30 or 90 seconds, yet they preferred the second one because the experience was less painful. And this is what peak end rule is. How you how you find your customer, what kind of experience the customer has at the peak of the emotional level, and the way it ends, whether that's a good experience or a bad experience. Now this is exactly the reason when you call up a call center, you will see when they ask you to hold, they'll play music. That is just to give you that good experience when at the peak of the emotion, when you're getting irritated, because nobody wants to wait. So the music is there to just give you the fact of delight. Now this is what ORM does for you. And in today's generation, in today's day and age, social media is one of the best channels out there to handle your reputation management. You can proactively go out there, find customers, find people who are talking about your brand. Now let's be honest, as you grow as a brand, you will always have customers who are unsatisfied. Certain percentage will be dissatisfied with whatever you're offering. Maybe the product that they received was damaged, or they didn't receive the offer of the product, or the delivery person was rude. Something or the other will always go wrong. You cannot obviously satisfy 100% of people. But how you can handle these customers effectively so that at the end of the day, at the end of the experience, they'll still come back because they had some good experience with you. And that is what is going to differentiate between you and your competitor. And that is what social media can do for you. You can actually go out there instead of just, when someone, I see so many times on Twitter when you sort of brands have their customer support, and you tweet some problem out to them, and they will just give a very cookie cutter response saying that give your ID and your email and we will get back to you. Instead of that, think how you can make it how you can show more empathy, how you can, nobody wants to wait for a resolution to happen. So how you can make that waiting time less painful or a little more cheerful. And at the end of the day, when the thing gets over, can you just go out of the way and maybe write a handwritten letter by the CEO of the company just saying, just seeking an apology and maybe a refund. See, these kind of small things, if you can do it with your customers, that's where you can really, really win your customer for life. And prior to social media, there was no channel out there which gave brands this much power, this much ability to find customers, proactively address their problems even before they become huge. So dear friends, instead of spending tons and tons of money just on promotions and marketing, think about online reputation management as a very, very important aspect of your marketing. Because at the end of the day, what I said earlier, I'm going to repeat it again. When you do ORM properly, you're actually delighting your customer. You're giving them a good experience, which is creating fond memories. And human beings are irrational. We like to rationalize our beliefs, and we want to look at supporting evidence that support those beliefs, which essentially means if I like you, and I will always try to find and seek out information that supports the fact that why I should like you, even though my friends or someone else have a different viewpoint. And that is how human beings work. They like to rationalize their own beliefs and they want to stick to that. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you start taking ORM seriously from now on. So this is Raunak from RankHigher signing off, and I'll see you soon with episode 25. Hey, did you like today's episode? If you did, then I strongly urge you to watch all our previous episodes. They're all on YouTube. You can just go and search #RankHigherSpeaks and all our episodes will be there. You can also click on our subscribe button, and I promise you every week I'll deliver awesome digital marketing tips and content for your brand delivered to your inbox.